everyone. Welcome back to the Wise Fool podcast. This is Miki, and I have a great story for you today. So get ready for the goat who stole the rain drum. In a wide, sun-warmed savanna, where the grass swayed like it was thinking about dancing, and the horizon stretched so far it made even the clouds feel small, there was a village clearing that animals only visited on particular days. Not every day, not even every week, only when the air got too dry, and the rivers got too quiet, and the sky forgot what it was supposed to do. On those days, they brought out the drum. It wasn't an ordinary drum. It was tall and carved from dark wood, its sides etched with patterns that looked like wind and water. When it was played, properly, carefully, by someone who knew what they were doing, the sky listened. Not immediately. The sky liked to take its time, but it listened, and eventually it answered. Now, the problem began on a day when the sky had definitely stopped listening. The grass was brittle, the air felt stretched thin. Even the usual noises, the buzzing insects, the rustling leaves, had quieted down as if they were saving energy. "This is not the ideal," said Quito the hornbill, who believed in stating the obvious with great authority. "We should use the drum," said Amara the elephant, who was large, calm, and usually right about these things. "We should have used the drum 3 days ago," muttered Sifu the tortoise, who was always 3 days ahead of everyone else. So they gathered in the clearing. Amara stepped forward, lifting her trunk gently, ready to begin the slow, steady rhythm which would call the rain back. She raised her foot and stopped. The drum was gone. There are moments when a group of animals collectively realizes something is very wrong. This was one of those moments. "It was here," Amara said slowly. "It was definitely here," Quito added, hopping onto a nearby rock for emphasis. Sifu blinked once. "Drums do not walk." "No," said a voice from behind them, "but they can be borrowed." They turned. Standing just at the edge of a clearing was a goat. A very small goat. A very confident goat. Her name was Zuri, and she had a habit of doing things that no one else had agreed were good ideas. "You borrowed the rain drum?" Amara asked. "Yes," Zuri said cheerfully. "Why?" Quito demanded. Zuri flicked her tail. "Because I needed it." There was a pause. "For what?" Amara asked, still calm, but only just. Zuri brightened. "To start a band." Silence. The kind that stretches. The kind that says, "This is going to be a problem." "You started a band?" Quito repeated. "Yes," Zuri said. "It's very good. We have rhythm, we have energy, we have a snake who is extremely committed to shaking things." "You took the rain drum," Amara said slowly, "to start a band." Zuri nodded proudly. "Where is it?" Sifu asked, because Sifu always skipped straight to the important part. Zuri pointed vaguely over the hills. "Over there," she said. "We're rehearsing." The group did not waste time, because while Zuri's band might have been very good, the sky was still not listening, and the ground was still too dry, and the longer the drum stayed missing, the bigger the problem became. So they went. Amara led the way, steady and determined. Quito flew ahead, muttering things like, "This is exactly why goats should not be in charge of anything." Sifu followed at his usual pace, which somehow still kept him involved in everything. They found the band before they heard it, which was surprising. Then they heard it, and that was less surprising. It was loud, not rhythmically powerful, not gracefully chaotic, just loud. The rain drum sat in the middle of the rock clearing, being enthusiastically hit by Zuri, with absolutely no sense of timing. Beside her, a monkey banged on a hollow log in what might have been a different song entirely. A snake shook a string of dried seeds with alarming intensity, and a warthog stomped in circles, contributing mostly enthusiasm. "This is not how the drum is played," Amara said, stepping forward. Zuri stopped mid-beat. "Oh, you came," she said. "Do you want to join?" "No," said everyone at once. Amara approached the drum, her voice steady but firm. "This drum is not for this," she said. "It calls the rain. The valley needs it." Zuri hesitated. "But we were just getting good," she said. Behind her, the monkey nodded. "We almost had a rhythm." "You did not," Keto said. The snake shook its seeds defensively. Zuri looked at the drum, then at the dry hills around them. "I didn't think it would matter for a little while," she admitted. And that is when the wind shifted. Not dramatically, just enough. A thin swirl of dust lifted off the ground and drifted past them, dry and quiet. Even the band noticed. "Oh," said the warthog. "Oh," said Zuri. Amara didn't scold. She didn't need to. She simply placed one foot gently against the drum. "Come," she said. Back in the clearing, the animals gathered again. The drum stood where it belonged. The air felt expectant, not yet hopeful, but ready. Amara raised her foot. This time, when it came down, the sound was different. Deep, steady, intentional. Boom. The sound rolled outward, across the grass, through the trees, into the open sky. She struck it again. Boom. The rhythm wasn't fast. It wasn't loud for the sake of being loud. It was patient, like something that knew it would be heard eventually. Zuri stood off to the side, watching. Her tail flicked once, then again. Without thinking, she tapped her hoof, softly, carefully, trying to match the rhythm this time. Not leading, not rushing, just matching. The sky didn't answer right away. It never did. But after a while, the rain shifted again, this time cooler. Clouds gathered slowly, as if they had been thinking. Clouds gathered slowly, as if they had been thinking about it for some time. And then, rain. Not a storm, not all at once, just enough. The kind that softens the ground, fills the air, and reminds everything what it had been waiting for. Later, when the rain had settled into a gentle rhythm of its own, Zuri sat beside the drum. "I think," she said, "we were playing too fast." Keto snorted. "You were playing wrong." Sifu blinked slowly. "Speed was part of the problem." Zuri nodded, as if this confirmed something important. "We should still have a band, though," she added. Amara didn't answer right away. Then quietly, she said, "After the rain." Zuri grinned. That was good enough. And from that day on, the drum stayed where it belonged. Mostly. Except every now and then, on days when the sky was already full and listening, and the ground didn't need anything more. You might hear something unexpected echoing across the hills. Not the steady call of rain, but something faster, messier, a little offbeat, and somehow still working.